Hey, what's going on everybody? C-Spray here. Thanks Garrett, my Texan brother, for that wonderful introduction. In fact, I am going to be doing this Safeguard review and this collaboration review on the Elite Guard Autobots. As you can see, Safeguard is a duo of Jetstorm and Jetfire, a pair of animated twins who in fact are the youngest of the Elite Guard and also are the only Elite Guard that can fly and have alternate flying modes. In Transformers animated mythology are the only Autobots that can fly, which is kind of cool. What else can I say about this guy? These guys were voiced by Phil Lamar and Tom Kenny, I think. I'm not sure which one voiced which, but nonetheless. And in fact, this is a combiner that actually has both mentalities that don't actually share one. So in fact, these guys can be a danger to themselves and to others around them because they tend to have an ego, and the egos tend to clash with one another, trying to outdo one another all the time. So it can in fact cause some confrontations, kind of like the fighting, I guess, between Mudflap and Skids in Revenge of the Fallen. Safeguard here first appeared in Where Thy Sting Is, I think, Season 3, which is pretty cool. And these guys were created with flight schematics taken from Starscream and infused in the two, and the two, by accident, formed Safeguard here. So this guy was formed by an accident. And here is a concept sketch, or sketches, of Jetfire and Jetstorm, done by Sean Galloway. Okay, and here we have the twins in their individual robot modes. These guys are really cool, I do have to say. I do like them a lot. They're very fun to play with. They have a lot of character and personality. They have a lot of articulation and pulsability to go with that. My personal favorite is Jetstorm here, and that's Jetfire. Jetstorm's my personal favorite. I like his paint scheme, and just he looks a lot cooler to me. That's just my personal opinion though. And as you can see, they have some light piping in their eyes, which do stand out a lot, which is pretty cool. So for articulation and pulsability, since I do like Jetstorm a little bit more, I'm going to use him for reference. Head articulation, can rotate 360, can move up and down. His arms can rotate 360 at the shoulder, and they rotate 360 at the bicep, and at the wrist joint here. And he does have little hands here, as you can see. It's kind of hard to make out. Leg pulsability and articulation. They can spread a pretty decent distance apart. They can move up and down, back and forward. They can rotate 360 at the top of the thigh here, and they can move up and down at the knee joint. And also, of course, with the feet and the heel, move up and down. Pretty sweet. So we're just going to transform him into the vehicle mode here, and then I'm going to just jump straight into Safeguard. Okay, so you want to start off by taking his shoulders, just bringing them back. Take this cockpit top piece here and just bring it up. You rotate his head around to the back. I find it stays out of the way a little bit better that way. And you just bring up the chest plates here. Okay, now you just bring up the back of the shoulders here, bring them around, and you just take the arms and you have to just kind of twist it around and then just bring it to the side. Okay, and you can just repeat the same step here. Okay, bring the forearms around, and now you can just clip everything into place, and then they'll clip into the front of the cockpit here. Okay. Okay. Now you want to just bring the legs sideways here, bring the feet and the heels, and you can actually stay together, and you can actually just bring this up and just push in the legs. And here we have Cybertronian jet mode, and these can come out too if you want to have them out for the wings. And it's actually pretty straightforward, nothing much to this. So you can actually, if you want, you can tilt it if you like. It's totally up to you. It doesn't have any landing gears or no kind of wheels. It kind of just sits there and does nothing, which is whatever. What are you going to do? Now we're just going to repeat the same steps with Jetfire here. And here we have the twins in their alternate mode. It's a Cybertronian jet. I skipped through this just for a time factor here. So we'll just talk about him. There's not much to these things. This kind of reminds me of a Rebel snow speeder from Star Wars, but that's besides the point. Not much going on. You can tilt these if you like. More of a flying-esque design. But yeah, no landing gear. The cockpit does not open. And that's about it. This is what you see is what you get. Same with this guy. They do have the exact same transformation. And their gimmick here, they do have a combined mode. You just want to take the top pieces here and this part here, and you can just connect it like so. And I was actually trying to connect it at the bottom here, and it does not connect. And in trying to do so, I took off some of the paint here, which is an unfortunate accident. Okay, so here we have the jet in their combined mode, or the jets I should say, the twins. You can bring out the wings if you like, however you like to have it. You can have it either which way. Yeah, nothing else to this. This is the gimmick here, no other gimmick. No firing projectiles. Alright, and you can just take them apart like so. And that's about it. Now we're just going to bring them back into the robot mode, and we're going to do safeguard. Alright. Okay, back in robot mode with the twins. Now we're going to form safeguard. We're going to use Jetfire for reference here, since we used him earlier. So for the figure, you just want to take the side shoulder panel pieces, bring them to the back, take this front region here, bring it up, bring out Safeguard's half of his face, and you can just bring the head of Jetfire around and just have it here to tuck in there after we move all the stuff around. Okay, now you just separate this region here and you just tuck this piece in, and you just rotate this all around and just bring it down, just bring down the leg. And there you go. Okay, it's almost there. And now you can just bring this down, tuck that in, bring that out, and now we have his arm. And now all this can all tuck inside here now. Okay. And here's half a safeguard. Pretty cool. Now we're going to do the same steps with Jetstorm here. Okay, and here's Jetstorm assembled to half a safeguard. Now you just want to take the two and connect them in the middle torso region, and then just work your way from the head and all the way down to the bottom here. And all this back kibble actually stands pretty good. All this back kibble, you can actually just take it. You can do whatever you want with it, really. A lot of people have it sticking out every which way, but I like to have it just kind of all tucked back here on a downward position, and kind of maybe just tweak all these around facing out. And that way they're kind of out of the way if the arms are down, but if the arms are out, then you can kind of see them. But yeah, so for articulation and posability of this guy, his head does not rotate at all because the pieces are already screwed in and they just connect. So they do not rotate whatsoever. These move all the same as the legs. Articulation. This is the top of the calf, which is now the bicep, and that can rotate 360. Can move up and down, and that's about it. Really, you can move out the forearm up and down, and there's the fist there. And same with this side. You can move these up and down. Not too bad. He's actually pretty decent. He's not too bad. Just the kind of colors kind of clash from one another. They look kind of goofy. And as you can see here, the light piping works really well with Safeguard, as it does with the individual robots, which looks very, very cool. Okay, so now we're just going to bring them back to the robot modes, and we're going to hand it off to Arlocon. Okay, and here we have the twins back in their robot modes. These guys are really cool. I highly suggest you pick them up. If not for the plane modes or Safeguard, definitely for the robot modes. They're really articulated and posable, and you can have a lot of fun for hours with these guys. The molds are pretty cool too. They're very, like I said, they're very animated. They have a lot of personality. Is what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, this has been the video review for Transformers Animated Safeguard, aka Jetfire, Jetstorm, aka the twins. Now we're gonna leave the north, and we're gonna head back down to the south, to the swampy lands with Arlocon. And he's gonna bring you Elite Guard Bumblebee. So Andy, take it away, bro.